Sea of Thieves is a pirate-themed action-adventure game set in an open world with multiplayer cooperative elements, which is basically the grown-up way of saying that you can play as a pirate who can sail on the high seas with your friends and shoot them out of cannons. Yes, much like developer Rare's past efforts, there's a cartoonish, whimsical twist to the proceedings that manifests itself in a gorgeous art style and exaggerated physics that allows for some creative liberties, such as the presence of mermen, skeleton pirates, and the afterlife serving as a creepy vessel known as the Ferry of the Undead. Suffice to say, if you're expecting something remotely similar to the naval battles of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, or the intense offshore encounters of Assassin's Creed Origins, think again. The colourful visuals, infectious music, and somewhat wobbly traversal make for an experience that's unique to Sea of Thieves, though it does suffer from the non-existent tutorials and signposting. It was impossible to understand what the objective of the game was at first, leaving us to explore a hub island that had a few stores to buy gear, such as clothes and supplies, and a bar that let us get drunk on grog. After getting bored of that, we took to the vast ocean surrounding us. There's a bit of a learning curve involved when sailing, lowering or raising the anchor, judging the direction of the wind, and managing the amount of sail needed as well as steering the ship all need to be taken into consideration. It took us a few shipwrecks and one try that resulted in us becoming shark fodder before getting it right. Then navigation and sailing became second nature, and we found ourselves visiting exotically named locales such as Marauder's Ark, Sharkfin Camp, and Black Sand Atoll. Some of these areas were deserted islands, and others were outposts complete with cannons to welcome would-be intruders, including ourselves. And a few were replete with what appeared to be bones of huge mystical beasts and graves marked with skulls. All of them were infested by skeleton pirates, other human players, or in some cases both. While the former would easily be dispatched with a well-placed shot from our pistol or musket that comes complete with a scope, the latter proved tougher. The gunplay, particularly with the pistol, suffered from a large amount of recoil that almost ensured we had to take a moment or more before firing a shot, making close-range encounters a frantic dance for the right position as we'd pull the trigger. It gave combat a somewhat clunky but workable feel that made scoring a kill immensely satisfying. This aside, barring the odd server error that didn't allow us to connect at all, the Sea of Thieves beta was smooth when we got in. On the Xbox One X, it looked fantastic with great water effects, generous draw distances, and character designs that really shine in ultra-high definition. However, it's not without its drawbacks. Granted that this is just a slice of what to expect from Sea of Thieves when it hits in March, but the content on hand, while vast, seemed to be the same thing over and over. It reminds us of No Man's Sky at launch, which while having a large number of planets to uncover, it felt repetitive. And it took a better part of the year before it was worth revisiting. Could Sea of Thieves suffer from the same concerns at launch? We sure hope not, simply because what we experience is entertaining, both in playing alone and with friends. Nonetheless, we're cautiously optimistic about Sea of Thieves. The beta showed off stellar production values and polished core gameplay. Hopefully, the full game goes above and beyond that. Thanks for watching this video, and for all things gaming, check out Gadgets360.com. We have a weekly gaming show called Talk About Games, and a weekly podcast as well that informs you on all things gaming in depth called Transition.